Unclogged.
Yep, this is Rod from Mount Washington Sewer and Drain Cleaning, and we are at 201 Sweden Street, Berlin, New Hampshire. We're performing the inspection from the city tie-in back towards the house. We had to cut the 3-inch copper pipe to gain access to the sewer line. There's a homemade pit underneath that gave us no access to the sewer. So we're sitting out at about 60 feet at the city tie-in. The city tie-in looks to be in pretty decent shape. So there's a lot of groundwater running underneath this foundation into this pipe. We'll start coming back. The city connection appears to be in good shape. See how that water's cascading up there?
Mm-hmm.
It's running up like that.
Yeah.
That means water's escaping underneath it too, and eventually that's going to wash out. It's going to cause a sinkhole underneath. That pipe will start to drop.
And that's when it's going to back up again.
Eventually, yes, because basically when I'm going through the pipe, it looks like it's going like this,
And
like a
that's
roller
like-
coaster ride.
That's by the street still, right?
Yep.
That's probably where my rock pit is, kind of.
No, that's out. That's got to be out in the street because
Oh.
60 feet's with the city tie-in, so I'm pretty close. I'm probably 63 feet to the middle of that manhole, if that were the case.
Okay.
Make a turn. A lot of flow.
Yeah.
See right there? See how that water's cascading up and over it?
Yep.
And you see right here, you can see the bell hub, water's rushing over and underneath it. So that's washing out there too.
You know, when I don't know if you would know this question. Are these typical things covered under home insurance? Or,
Usually no.
uh,
47 feet. That joint looks pretty good. A lot of turns. They had to get around something.
might be something.
Possibility.
Berlin's wonderfulness.
See how I'm here now? We're underwater, kind of.
There's so much.
So there's a little bit. There's a sag in there, so that part of the water's kind of bowing right there. See how it's kind of cascading up? So that section of pipe is starting to drop down. It's causing that area to hold more water. See how now we're underwater right there? So that's going to cause stuff to slow down.
And that's can explain why our toilets and all that shit are so junk.
Yeah, there's like a couple of rocks in there too. And back where they made the connection, almost looks like they breached the pipe in order to make a connection, like they broke a hole in the pipe.
I knew a house there's not going to be as many problems as my other one. I was a bad mistake on my part right now.
Looks like a piece of the pipe is missing up on top of here.
Yeah, like it chunked out.
Yeah, about 40 feet.
Do you think it's like through to the that's better, huh?
Yep. Yeah, you see that offset? I'll try to get in there a little bit, pop back a little bit. See, you can see more of the hub.
Oh
So
wow.
there's a lot of shift right there. And what do we got here? Let's see, is this black Bermico pipe? No, it's clay. Yeah, so now we can kind of see that a little bit better there. So you got a lot of shift in that section of pipe right there. It's almost running flat.
Yeah, wow.
And right here, 35 feet, there's a lot of breaking.
Yeah.
Right up in that hub area too. And we're underwater again right there.
So what was the clog? Was it like toilet paper?
Yeah, it was a soft clog that I went through. So between the amount of toilet paper being used, the low flush, and the issues with the pipe,
Do you think that's been like slowly clogging for a while? Is that usually?
yeah, it's probably been slow and you just didn't notice it. Something up right here. See how like I'm hitting up against that right there?
Yeah.
It almost looks like a rock or something, or maybe that might even be a section of pipe that's loose
Right,
inside
kinda
that
got
pipe.
fucked up.
Yep. And see how there's nothing shiny on it? It's been like that a while. No fresh orange marks. Same thing with that joint's pretty bad too right there. Almost like a piece of the hub is missing too. And that's probably the piece that's down there. Probably just fell off, and clay's heavy, so it's going
Right.
to settle somewhere.
Merry Christmas.
I have seen a lot worse run.
I guess what my best question is, do you think I'll be able to run till spring?
Yeah, you should be.
Nothing actual.
Yeah, that hub is broken right there too. It's coming apart.
How far out is that?
25 feet. So we're getting closer to a foundation.
Yeah.
See how black that is?
Looks like
That almost looks like Bermico. Because it's not rusty like it was cast iron.
right. You can see all the pitting,
Yep.
chipping.
Yeah, see, oh yeah, there's Bermico. If I go right there, you can see
And like
a little
shiny,
bit, little white, almost a little bit spider webby, kind of. Yep, it's Bermico.
That's in the house.
That's in the house. That's a big no-no. And see, now we're sagged and we're going kind of underwater again. Now I think we're just about where that clean out is we're making a turn right there.
Yep.
Yep, she's underwater right there. So that part of the pipe is like, and it has to flush uphill.
I wish they would do that. I should have called you when we bought the house. I would have never thought of something like that though.
A lot of people don't.
You know,
And then
but
they should get an inspection when they buy a house.
I would have never thought it was our first house we ever like
Yep.
officially bought. You know, they never even put us in
My
that
house, I
direction.
didn't even do a inspection
No.
because I was so tight with money when I bought my second house. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my first house I bought in Kensher, I picked up for 20 grand cash. You know, it was a cheap.
When it's that cheap, it's like don't expect an inspection because
No.
you're buying a house cheap. You know there's going to be issues.
Yeah.
But it's still good to get a sewer in there because then you kind of know.
Yeah, I wish I would have called you for the price I paid for this fuck thing. Holy shit.
Yeah, see now we're back into like copper pipe. This old copper pipe will rot out underneath there. It's underground.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Copper has to be exposed.
Just like the fucking boiler lines, they do that. That happened in my other house. I just acidic. Oh no, no. But I'm sure the homeowners that had it for me didn't know either. They're just fucking stupid.
Yeah, this would have been. How long did they own it for?
2 years.
Oh, okay, so this is well before them, so they didn't even know either.
Well, this has been like a prison house. So it's been transferred in and out for like the last 6 years.
Yeah, they wouldn't have known. This copper and stuff like this. This was probably all poured. Old 40s, 50s, maybe.
Yeah. So, I guess my question is, you know, that's pipes that under the concrete. Say I go to, you might not know. I know you just said you're out of it, but could they just rerun a new line, or would I have to chip that all out?
Yep. Let me figure out.